Intricate Intricate.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Intricate Devo. If you had to store the names of 50 different cars in your code, would you create 50 separate variables? If you said yes, stop right there. You're making your computer and yourself work way too hard. Today we are cracking open Java arrays, the smartest way to bundle multiple values into a single variable. If you're ready to make your code look clean and professional, hit that subscribe button right now and turn on notifications so you never miss our tech deep dives. Think of an array like a storage cabinet. Instead of having 50 separate plastic boxes scattered all over your room, you have one single cabinet where everything is perfectly organized. The only catch? Every item in that cabinet must be of the same data type. You can't put a hammer in a drawer meant purely for socks. There are two distinct ways to build your array in Java. First, the quick way. If you already know exactly what you're storing, just wrap your items in curly braces like this. String cars equals Volvo, BMW, Ford. But what if you don't know the values yet? That's where the new keyword comes in. You tell Java, hey, give me a cabinet with exactly 3 empty slots using new string3. You officially reserve the memory. Now you just have to fill it up later. Now, watch out for the number one trap where beginners lose marks or fail interviews. In the real world, we start counting at 1. In Java, we start at 0. If you want the very first item in your cars array, you don't ask for index 1, you ask for CAR S0. Forget this rule and Java will throw an error faster than you can hit compile. The best part? Arrays aren't permanent. You can swap an element anytime by targeting its exact index number. And if you ever forget how big your array actually is, just call .length. Keep in mind, it's a property, not a method, so you don't need parentheses, it just gives you the raw count instantly. Now, you could use a standard for loop to go through your array line by line. But if you want to look like a senior developer, use the for each loop. It's cleaner, shorter, and nearly impossible to mess up. It simply says, for every car in my car array, print the name. Simple, readable, elegant. But wait, there is a massive limitation to standard arrays that no one warns you about until your production app crashes. What happens if you try to add a 5th car to an array that only has space for 4? Java won't just ignore it. It will completely crash your program. How do we fix that? It requires a completely different tool called an array list. Before you jump to that video, I want you to integrate yourself in the comments below. Have you ever run into an array index out of bounds exception? Drop your thoughts, like this video if it cleared your doubts, and share it with your college WhatsApp groups or programming friends. Thanks for watching, keep coding, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!